If Real Madrid really are going to go after Jude Bellingham, there may be a window of opportunity for Liverpool to act, because this video is being brought to you with thanks to our friends at Surfshark. Surfshark is an app or browser extension that allows you to not only browse the internet entirely anonymously, but also very securely. Surfshark will secure your data with industry-leading measures using uncrackable encryption and the most secure VPN protocols. One subscription with Surfshark will work across all of your devices. I use it for unlocking things like American Netflix. We also use it if we want to watch our Canadian DAZN account and a couple of other bits and pieces. The good news is you can get 83% off. That's right, I did say 83% off. And an additional 3 months free using the Anfield Agenda link in the description. They've also got a really credible and unique 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like Surfshark, it doesn't meet your needs, which I'm going to be honest with you, it will and you won't. But if you do, if you want to change, Surfshark give you 30 days to change your mind. Why not give Surfshark a try? You'll be supporting us here at Anfield Agenda and you'll be treating yourself to the best VPN provider out there, bar none. There's been some talk about Joe Bellingham today. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't actually. I've seen
There
it
was a little, I
previously,
don't
but
know if someone's on a wind up, but there was a little bit of stuff to say Liverpool are going to look at bringing in Job Bellingham in September.
I've actually heard that he is actually more talented than Jude, genuinely.
I've seen none of them. Nothing of Job.
He's very
Nothing.
young still, like, but yeah, I mean, it can't go wrong. Picking up a Bellingham seems to be foolproof money these days. And I've also seen that his brother Jude is being linked with Real Madrid.
Yeah, they can want. He's not going to go to Real Madrid.
No, he's destined to go back to England, surely to God, and hopefully us next summer.
I mean, you can see what Madrid are trying to do there. Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Bellingham. I mean, if you had those three lads in your midfield, that's your midfield sorted for 10 years, probably.
Real Madrid are back in their prime Galactico era. They can take anyone they want, really. They were never really out of it, so they're going to be an awful pain in the hole going for these transfers.
There may be a window, if Real Madrid really are going to go after Jude Bellingham, there may be a window of opportunity for Liverpool to act, because as far as I've been made aware, Real Madrid don't have any non-Spanish or EU quota left. They're waiting for Vinicius Jr. to apparently get a Spanish passport or a Spanish citizenship, and then they'd be looking to move for Bellingham. So if they are going to go after him, maybe we could be forced into something this summer. That's really intrigued me, because I don't know whether there's truth to it or not. I know we're interested, but do you think that we might push the boat out this summer and really make a play for na? I mean,
Jeez.
I won't have any underpants left if it happens.
Could you imagine? That would be unfucking believable, but I don't think it'll happen. There's no chance really, but wow, it would be unbelievable. I think it would be strike now strike while the iron's hot, just go for him. But I think it's more of a case of Dortmund not letting both Haaland and Bellingham leave unless it's for absolute obscene money, which it would be.
I think the figures I'd seen for Real Madrid's interest were around 90 million euro, which is about what, 75, 76 million pounds, something like that.
I just don't see how he's that cheap, man, given his age and experience. I just don't see. I say that cheap, like it's fucking silly money, but I think he's easily £100 million.
I think he's destined to come back to the Premier League. I do. I mean, no one's saying he might not play for another huge European club at some point in his career, but Liverpool and Naby giving up the number 8 feels like destiny.
Surely, it's not common for English players to go abroad, but because Bellingham's already done it, maybe he wants to be totally out on his own and like going to those different leagues and clubs. But no, surely he doesn't have an inkling for Real Madrid and wants to go back to the Premier League. I say back to England anyway.
Yeah, true. I mean, how excited should we be, folks? Let me know in the chat, because I know there's going to be people who are trying to dampen our happiness, and happy Nunez Day to Liz as well. How excited are you about this transfer, really, Paddy? Because look, I can understand why opposition fans would go, you're trying to put him up there with Erling Haaland, and there's not enough evidence to push that. So I think it's fair that they have their doubts, but I'm pretty fucking excited.
Yeah, no, listen, I'm absolutely excited by it. I think he's so much raw ability there, so much talent. I think it gives us something we lacked last year, which is a stone cold killer in front of goal. We, as I said, we went to 3 finals and didn't score a single goal. which is absolutely embarrassing, really, given our supposed world class attack. So I think Nunes provides that killer instinct on the goal that we don't have. I hope he can kind of work in tandem with Diaz even better and unlock him. And I hope Diaz has been practicing drills, finishing drills this summer, because by God, he needs it. I love him, but that's one thing he needs to work on.
Let's touch on Sadio Mane for a second, Paddy. It looks like Bayern Munich are getting closer to the about £40 million I think Liverpool want all in for him. Now, I think it was David Maddox that put out a piece that said he wanted 400 grand a week at Liverpool. I don't understand why David Maddox felt the need to put that out, because there's no benefit to it. You know, he decided his path was away from Liverpool. We all respect that. Is once Bayern Munich Liverpool can agree a fee, just let the man go. I don't want any bad blood. I don't want him to be turned into something that we don't feel about him, which is anything other than he's a goddamn legend, because he is a legend.
Yeah, listen, I don't want the man. I don't want him to be villainized. I want him to be able to leave on his own turn. Listen, he wanted 400 grand a week. Hey ho, he didn't. He doesn't. He won't get that. That's fair enough. So just let him go. Let him go to pastures new. Let him seek a new thing in his career. He's come to the club and won everything for us. He spearheaded the Klopp era. He was one of the first guys, main guys. Was always big for us in big moments. So yeah, I don't want him leaving with any animosity. He's a legend of the club. He will go down in Liverpool folklore. And yeah, I don't want him to get any hate. And these journalists trying to bait out his conditions and all this for a few clicks are pathetic, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, even if it is, and I hope it isn't, the club leaking things, because I just don't get the point of it. There's no point in having bad blood with Sadio now. He's made his decision. We respect that. Let him move on. We'll knock them out of the Champions League and get the last laugh anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Just at the end of the day, people will disagree or will debate on whether he deserves it or not. But the club have made a decision, so let that be that. Let him go. Let him ride off into the sunset. He deserves that. He's put the work in. He's not. Once he doesn't do any more speaking out in public, I think if he does that, then he's inviting abuse. Unfortunately, because that's people don't like that. I'm one of those. I don't like when players do that sort of shit. I think what happened in Senegal was maybe we can forgive him for that, because it was a bit of like, lost in translation sort of stuff. But yeah, I don't want him to get any hate. He deserves to be able to go on his own terms and move on to a new challenge.
So the other day we spoke, you said Liverpool still need to bring in a right-sided attacker. There are a couple of clubs in for Takumi Minamino, one of them being Monaco, who obviously have that Ireland shoe money to spend. And there's talk that 17 million could be coming our way for Takumi Minamino. So with that in mind, having lost obviously Divock, having lost Mane, although we've brought in Darwin Núñez, I would agree with you now that we need to go out there and get another player if we lose Taki.
Well, Minamino or not, for me, I think we do need a good right-sided player to challenge Mohamed Salah. I think it'd be the perfect little catalyst for Mo to start the season well when he realizes he has that someone up his arse. I know, I was just saying that I think with a Minamino or not, we need a right-sided player. Really a good one. I think it's imperative, because I think Salah needs that challenger. Any player who's out on his own in a position that he can't be ever dropped is a negative, no matter who it is. Once you've seen someone do it for a prolonged period, you need that little jump. You need that little impetus. So I think we need a player for sure.
So this comment here, people probably think this is just a normal comment. It isn't. There is a set of people that seem to believe that Liverpool players are being juiced up on asthma medication in order to increase their stamina and increase, obviously, their with steroids, I suppose, through the inhalers, increase their lung capacity and stuff like this. It's just silliness. It's just absolutely, like, these players are tested constantly. So I don't know where that bullshit rumor came from, but it does make me chuckle every time someone tries to say, "Oh, Liverpool players are all on asthma medication."
That is why the medical took that long. The doctors were waiting for him to pass out on the treadmill so they could diagnose him with asthma, so he could qualify for the juice. So yeah, up the asthma, Reds.